reading wrap up. The theme for me seemed to be pain and suffering and arc reads, and a lot of me just impulsively deciding to read books. Because I'm a reader. So let's get into it. I'm going to go through them really fast. I read 16 books in the month of May, which is a little lower than past month, but the quality of the books was top tier. So I'm going to try to go through them fast. This is a 6 minute. First, I read Psychotic Obsession by Lee Rivers. This is like a prequel to the Edge of Darkness trilogy, and it's controversial to read this first, but I did, and I listened to these. This was 5 out of 5. I loved this. I loved Demise and Arya. I loved their relationship. It was top tier. I loved it. And then of course I went on to the Edge of Darkness trilogy. This is god tier. This is top tier dark romance. I loved every second of this. I posted several videos about this. This made me laugh. This made me cry. This was everything that I wanted and more. This will live forever. It's still living forever in my head. It's been almost a month. Loved. And then what else did I want to read after the Edge of Darkness trilogy but to reread Little Stranger and Little Liar? I did read these last year. Little Stranger was read 3 times, but not the point. I like them more having known the characters from the Edge of Darkness because they appear in The Liar, and having the context of knowing who are made this more enjoyable when I loved it. And then I went into a book slump, and I didn't start an audiobook for a full week, and I was scrolling through Libby, seeing if anything caught my eye, and Exodus was immediately available, and Flock and the Finish Line were available on Hoopla, so I checked them out and just randomly decided reading them, because why else would I go through pain and suffering? I wanted the pain and suffering. After Edge of Darkness, I needed more pain and suffering. My sister calls this a Roman Empire. My best friend says this is one of my favorite book series. So I just went for it, and I started it Friday afternoon, and I finished it Sunday evening. All 3 books. I loved every second of it. I made videos about it. And then I read Blood Last Night, Rainy Day, of course. I'm waiting on the next 2 until Birds of a Feather audiobook is available on Hoopla. But again, I love this. 5 out of 5. Listen to the audiobook of all of these. And the narration for these books was amazing. I loved the narration for the Ravenhood series and One Last Rainy Day. It was really good. I loved the narration. And then the next audiobook, a week and a half later, I was like, what else do I listen to? So I went back to Lee Rivers. And I read Chokehold, which is Step Brothers Dark Romance. And this was okay. I felt like there was a lot of vaginas for a gay romance. And I could have done with less of it. 4 out of 5. It was okay. And then with my last Hoopla, I checked out Big Bad Wolf by Jenica Snow, because this book series is what got me into audiobooks. I wasn't meaning to get into listen to audiobooks, but I was like, downloaded, I think, Tempt. And this book sounded good, and I ended up reading the whole series. And since then, another book has released, and I want to listen to all of them. So I started this one with my last Hoopla, and I listened to it one day. It was good. It's good. It's great. Now, onto ebooks. The only non-ARC ebook that I read in the month of May was Accidentally Marrying the Prisoner by May Alder. This was a fun little time, very unrealistic, but also very aware that it was unrealistic. I had fun with this. I thought this was fun. I saw an ad for this, and I was like, that sounds good. I want that. His pull-out game is weak, and she gets pregnant, but like he's happy that she's pregnant, and she's gonna happy she's pregnant. So if you don't like that, you don't like this. I loved it. It was good. 4.5 out of 5. It was great. I loved it. It was on my list. And now onto the ARC books that I read. Taken in Trade by Jillian West. I'm on her ARC team, so I get all of her ARC books. This was great. This was really great. This is one of her best releases in recent times. Loved it. I did a whole review. And then I got an ARC for Runaway Heart by Renee Skies. So Taken in Trade and this one are both out already. This is dark romance, mother's best friend, BDSM, very dark, twisted, lots of twists and turns. It was good. It was really strong, especially considering this is her debut novel. She is a mutual mine on here, that's why I found this book. And I will do a full review on it. But just so you know, I do not talk authors in reviews. I'm like super against starting authors in reviews, so I will not be talking authors in review. But I loved this. This was like a 4.5 out of 5 for me. And I will talk about it in a review. Finally, Unstoppable Love by Erin Marie Bassett. This is before in the DC Renegades Hockey series, and I really should have just read the first 3 books before, but I didn't realize that you needed to because it didn't say you needed to. And really, like, you don't, but also I was a little confused about the side characters. This is MM. One's a hockey player, one's a country star. And it was cute, but it did take me a week and a half to get through the first 50 pages, and if it was not an ARC book, I would have DNF'd it. But because it was an ARC book, I tend to try to push through, and I'm glad I did because I ended up enjoying it. So it was 4 out of 5 for me. I thought it was funny. It was a rom-com. I liked it. So yeah, that is my reading wrap-up for May.